Welcome back, my gardening friends. Well, I've just picked the last of the courgettes. I forgot to put my microphone in earlier, didn't I? So that's done now, and I need to get my alliums in. It's mid-October, so I'm going to clear these beds now, get them topped up, and I'll show you what I'm doing. Pause and record as we go. Just putting some bone meal pellets down, which I had give me in a swap. So I've just added some soil that we sifted from when we did an excavation. This is some of the material we took out of one of the pallet collar beds, a spare bag, some of this year's leaf mould, a little bit of cocoa coir that we've from one of my recent finds, some of the 1-year-old homemade compost that we've been taking out of the containers recently, and lastly some of the found compost that the cannabis growers unscrupulously dump with the added perlite. We'll get this mixed in. The soil and the 2-year-old leaf mould are excellent for moisture retention. By the time we've got all these ingredients mixed up, I'm using my long gloves. I ended up having soil all up my sleeves and everywhere before. Anything that doesn't fit in this one, we'll move into the next one. But the soil, just give it that little bit of body. I don't like just using compost. We'll move on. These beds have been filled up with organic products right from the bottom, so they will sink. I've tried not to disturb the original layer too much because of the soil structure. We don't want to damage what the worms have already done for me. We don't want to compact the soil too much, but at least we're not treading on it, and it's a good height to work on. And just while I'm thinking about it, if you haven't already had a go at entering for my raffle draw on a previous video, then it's getting close to the deadline, so why not pop across. You'll need to follow the instructions, and I'll give you a raffle ticket. That's a good job done. Wish I could have prepared it earlier, but we're not getting much time at the moment with these dark nights, so we'll just focus on the bed on the left, and we'll focus on the elephant garlic and the red Russian. I'm only planting a few this time. I don't want to have too much. I want to plant everything that I've got so that I can do it next year, and then hopefully I'll have more time and the beds will be ready to accept them. So these are the elephant garlic, and they're lovely cloves. I had these from Mike Hurdis. I'm going to probably plant 12. I wasn't going to plant these rounds, but I've been told to plant them. So we've got 2 large rounds that haven't split last year, or when we harvested them this year, and a few of these. There's some smaller rounds as well. So let's get them set out. And as always, it's always the basil plate down, pointy bit at the top. Mandamoo's got one of these. Minimal soil disturbance. Onto the red Russian garlic. These are the seed heads, and they actually produced baby bubblets. Bubblets? I'm not going to be planting those. Not now, but I'm going to be planting those so that they come up as like little mini spring onions. But this happened while they were drying. The heads formed and ended up producing lots of little bulbs. And they're not going to hurt there, but we just need to find the good ones. Again, even with your own, you've got to make sure that they're all good. Again, pointy bit at the top, and we'll plant what we can in this, and then the rest will be eaten. Again, they're quite nice little cloves. Again, there's the basil plate pointy bit, and we'll be putting those in the ground. Remember, if you've got hard ground, don't push them in. This is nice and soft. I'll use my little trowel just to poke these to one side. I'm not going too deep with these. Just a bit of wood, break that up. So they're in. These are the labels that I made last year, and if you want to see the video on the Edding 750 paint marker, I'll put it at the on the end screen for you to have a look at. So in the next bed up, we've got the Oprea, brood balls, pearl leek, living leek, whatever you like to call them. Prescription bags, ideal for storing your alliums in. There's one of the ones that we took out, and I'll be selecting a few for in that bed, and we'll plant them probably that deep, and we'll see how they do. Pick that one up, this will be volunteering. And the baby one, look at this lot. Jason from Jason's Jungles sent me some, I would say that many. I ended up with this 1 litre ice cream tub full, and all those. So the people that I did send them to, I only sent you a few because you'll have far too many, and I'm going to plant some of these very small ones and grow those similar to spring onions as well. I'll get busy. These are the walking onions that I had off Alan, and these are the ones that form on top as a seed head, and then they drop on the floor and they root down. We're just giving them a helping hand to make sure we can control them, and I'm looking forward to enjoying these over the winter months in the soups. We'll get cracking with these. And remember, if they're the slightest bit squidgy, not firm to the touch, it's not worth planting them. So we'll just focus on that end bed now. Very tight down there, so you're going to have to see it from a distance, but I think you get the gist. So we've got some shallots now. I think I'm going to have to buy some. These are the Golden Gourmet. These are the saved ones, but you can see they haven't they haven't stored well. That's what they'll end up going like if you don't do something with them. I thought that one was a good one till I seen it bulge in there, so I'm not even going to show you. It's bulging and it's gone rotten there, so that one can go, and some are easier to spot than others. So we'll see how many we've got, which won't be many, but I think I'll get a few more because we did like them as pickled onions. Managed to get 6 good ones, not bad for save seed. These are the Grizzly Shallots, a French variety, can't spell variety. Alum from the Dawn Chorus plot. I pickled quite a few of these and I kept quite a few, so hopefully that will now fill the bed. Like I say, I must have made at least a jar of onions, and I've got enough now to get some more, and hopefully if they are nice, especially at Christmas, I will save even more and not pickle so many. I managed to save 11. There should have been 12, but one had gone a little bit soft, so out it went. If we do end up with some horrendous weather, there's nothing to stop me from placing some cardboard on top, just to keep the worst of the rain off until they get established. But it's certainly nice to have all these materials. That's this year's leaf mould. I've still got plenty more to fetch. My back's getting a lot better, so hopefully I'll be able to get this year's leaf collection in. And 2020's moved across. That was the 12-month homemade compost. There's the material with the added perlite, and then under there we've got a container full, over 1,000 litres of cocoa coir. But I do like this stuff that they throw away with the perlite in. Some of the beds have been put to sleep. The lettuce has been harvested there, so we can get that done. Christmas potatoes will need to go inside soon. Temperatures are dropping, and there's lots of containers that need emptying. They're past their best now. The Brussels sprouts, Crispus F1, are doing nicely. Not bad considering how much oh, there's a little bit, but I'm glad I've got rid of all the lower leaves now, and as they grow, we take the lower leaves out, keep the top bit. I'll encourage them to come out, and once they've stopped growing, I take everything off, and that's where the stalk sits until I need them. But I haven't got much this time. I'll have to buy some more seed. So you've got some little weedy ones, but as long as we've got some for Christmas Day, that's what it's all about. The 4th sowing, I think, of peas, and I picked these as the sugar snap type. Green manure below, is that helping them? Don't know. By gum, they do look nice for this time of the year. These are Kelly's the sugar snap peas. These are the Kent Blue from Bill and Val's allotment. It's nice to have some colour, and it looks like we'll have some more pods for my lunchbox. Some more finds. I think this was packaging from a washing machine. There's our little harvest for today, and I found, or shall we say, people now know what I collect and everything else. They left it outside the skip, and they're like steel boxes now. The mice aren't going to get into those. The bottom does move, but onto the floor, and I'll be able to store my beans in there up here at the allotment, and hopefully the rats and mice won't get at them. And I've got some of my pongo beans drying out. I covered that with a cobra, stop the mice getting into them. They'll nibble away in if they want to. And we're still getting some nice harvests from the pongos in this bed. I'm growing more of those I'm not going to worry about having the long beans, tall beans, stretching, climbing, especially with the raised beds. It's a green bean, we love these, so that will be our priority. It's the Knee Plus Ultra P, and this can grow up to 6 to 8 foot. So I'm never going to get all the way to the top, but again, these are producing, so they must have been pollinated. Thank you, Mr. B. And I say, I don't know whether it's the green manure helping them at this time of the year. The lettuce just starting to bolt, but I'm quite happy. I'm going to have to ease off with what I do. I've got lots to do over the winter, so I'm not doing as much planting as I would like, but we need to concentrate on the polytunnel, leaf collection, and some other things that I've got up my sleeve. Don't forget to hit the like or dislike button for the interaction. Consider subscribing, and don't forget to pop back to the Viper Spectra video if you would like a chance in the raffle for the P600 LED grow light. Happy gardening to you all. Until next time, my friends. Ta-ra for now. Yum yum.